Hi guys, welcome back to my channel, Loving Life Mallorca. Hope you're all well. Well, today I'm going to do my second part of the film in Palma. And guess who I've pumped into? This is Alex from Mallorca Under the Sun, another YouTuber. Give us a big wave.
Hi, how you doing?
She's going to do a big walk around the around Palma and show us a bit that's a bit interesting, a bit that's probably you don't care about. But let's have a look anyway. Over to you.
Okay, so hi everybody. I've lived in Palma for well over 15 years now. So I'm going to show Andrew around and just take him around some of the highlights in the city. So come on, let's go.
Before we run off, the train station, the bus station is just over there. So we're just at the top of the town here. So let's go and find what Alex has to say. So with the train station behind us, where we started the film, just coming down this little alleyway, we're going to be turning left apparently towards the cathedral, that sort of direction. It's they've got a lot of Christmas decorations coming up here. I don't know if you can see them just down there. So we're going to be doing a little bit of a film later, coming back in the evening to do some of the switch-ons. There you go, there's a few more of the stars here they've put down. I mean, I reckon Alex should be up there really. She's one of the stars, isn't she? No, with her knowledge of Palma. So this is one of the main shopping areas in Palma, San Miguel. Did you know there's about 300 boutique shops in Palma? If you've been watching my channel a long time, you'll realise that I have this strange thing, and I do love these old houses or buildings, whatever you want to call them. Some of them are quite interesting, aren't they? I just love these nooks and crannies in every area, in all the old towns and things. They're so interesting, aren't they, how they're made?
Okay, so we've just come down Calle San Miguel, which has all these wonderful shops, and we're now going to walk down into Plaza Mayor. So come this way.
Yes, and we have got a Disney shop. I wonder how many people have been in there. So what's this called again?
We're now in Plaza Mayor.
A lovely little place to have a drink outside, isn't it?
And also, coming up to Christmas, I don't know if they're doing it this year, but they used to have a little market. Okay, so every year they normally set up a market stall where they sell items that you can get for your nativity sets. They call it the Belen. But there's nothing here yet this year, and normally market stalls start arriving about now. This is also one of the best places to come as well to see the Christmas lights. And again, there's nothing here just yet, but I think they're just starting to set those up. So let's see in future weeks if they're going to arrive or not.
Look at this, a little shop here that sells dried chilies. You just get everything, don't you, really? It's just such a beautiful place to have a look around. If you just look at this, I've just seen this, I thought it was quite interesting, well worth a picture. You've got the road going down on the left hand side just there, you've got the pavement going down on the right, and these sorts of little shops right in the middle. It's quite pretty really, isn't it? Another part of the old town I find quite interesting is just these sort of things here. Same as corner building I showed you a second ago.
So here is the town hall here in Palma, and we're in Plaza de Court. And this square is where people come for Noche Vieja, which is New Year's Eve. And they normally see in the New Year here. There's normally a big party, but obviously they're not going to have that this year.
I'd like to introduce you to the old olive tree. It's quite interesting, isn't it, how big it is? We'll go up there and have a little look and we'll tell you a little bit about it. Well, apparently, these roots here, you can actually see people's faces in. I'm not sure if you can see any. I can't. I mean, I've looked at it a few times over the years. I've never actually seen faces in it. There could be a head there, couldn't it? Some kind of lion's head or something. Who knows? So it's a much nicer idea to sit outside, sort of in this lovely area, and have a coffee or something, and just have a look at all what's going on here. So I'm just standing at the end of the cathedral just here. Do you know this took 300 years to build? Yes. You know what I'd like to do in here, don't you? I think this would be a marvellous place to have a little pub. I was just talking to Alex actually, and it's strange the amount of years we've been here on holiday and living here and so on, and we've never known it as quiet as it is. This is Palma. It's like the London of Mallorca, isn't it, in a way? It's incredible. So when we used to drive over from Barcelona, that's where we used to come off, at Balearic Islands ferry just over there.
So we're going to walk down the steps here, and then we're going to walk just down here along the cathedral and go back into the really old town as well, and I'm going to show you around some more. Come on, let's go.
There's the stained glass window up there. It's all got different colours, as you can imagine. When the sun's shining through, the actual floor of the cathedral lights up with all the different colours of the stained glass. It looks really nice. So behind the cathedral, there's a little passage here. This takes us back into the old town. Just found this little convent down one of the side streets here. It's surprising what you find. Just have to go 5 minutes off the main drag, as it were, and you find all this sort of stuff. Obviously when these buildings were built, they didn't have electric, did they? Just look how they've adapted the buildings to take electric over the years. They seem to have a lot of these Christmas style lights around, don't they? It looks so nice round here, won't it, when they're all turned on? When you go around the corner, you quite often find these little squares. Selling tea, coffee, etc. I tell you what I've noticed around here. There's so many of these little streets, as I said to you a minute ago, selling your takeaways and your hot drinks and your little supermarkets, and there seems to be so many people around. But the good thing is that everyone's got a mask on, and everyone seems to be quite happy and going on their own little business. Another little corner to look around, and again more of the lights. They just seem to have an awful lot of lights here, which would be really nice for the Christmas. Another little few cafes up here. I've got another video today. Welcome back to my channel, Lovely Love Mallorca, back in Palma. Back here with my friend Alec from Mallorca Under the Sun.
Okay, so we're standing outside Mercat Olivar, which is the main tourism market here. Yeah, so the market is separated into an area of meat, and then you've got a huge area dedicated to vegetables, and then another area dedicated to fish. And they've got all sorts of little stalls here where you can stop for something to eat. And if you want to do a bigger shop, there's a Mercadona supermarket right on top as well. So it's just a fantastic place to come in Palma.
So you've got a little bit of history about it. Let's go and have a look, see what it's all about. I tell you, this is big for a market, isn't it? Blimey. So we're going to get some chicken now for tea. you can see they've cut it up for as well.
Artista. They're alright.
Dry nuts and fruits. This is some market, this is, compared to what we used to get around our way. And the thing is, all the stalls are open, which you don't often see nowadays, do you, with the market?
The meat section over here, and you have the vegetable section over here, and you have the chicken section over here. This is the best chicken you can possibly get in Palma. I love this store. I've been going to it for absolutely years, and it's much nicer than the supermarket meat as well.
Golda hanging up the ham that goes around. After me just saying you never see one close, there's one here for sale. Now the fruit we see, half the time it's actually grown on the island, which is really nice. When you're driving around you can actually see the fields of it growing. So that means it's really, really fresh. And they don't, it's organic, most of it. They don't use any pesticides or anything along those lines.
If you come further along here, they actually sell ready-made foods here, which is actually quite nice if you can't be bothered to cook.
And that's dog lovers or animal lovers as a whole. It's always nice to see somewhere selling dog beds and things like that, isn't it? And a little cafe as well. It always looks fun, doesn't it, to have a little cup of coffee or whatever on the route. And probably my favourite part of the market is the cakes. So and then we go up to have a look around the fish. Just up here, this is all the fish coming through there, and it's all, because we're on an island, and it's all, that's part of Mallorca, isn't it? It's a fish. So this is all caught locally. It's not all shipped from miles away, is it? It's all local, brought in, and job done. Very fresh. Everything in here is all to do with fish. Lovely. Let's make a move out of here now. See if we can find ourselves a drink or an ice cream or something. In Palma, you see an awful lot of motorbikes, don't you? It's probably the easiest way of getting around really with the amount of traffic we have. So I just thought I'd walk around this corner here. I've got a few like these independent type of shops I quite enjoy looking at. Still in the old part of Palma, but it goes to a lot of different places, don't they? If you look a little bit off the beaten track, as I've said so many times before. Well, I think I've just done all of the old part I can. Have you enjoyed it? Please give us a big thumbs up. Subscribe if you haven't already, and don't forget my Facebook page, Love and Love Mallorca. Take care of yourselves, guys, and don't forget the next film, which I'll be walking around the new part of Palma. See you in the next one, guys. Bye for now.